I'm going to share with you a very common tale. New online business owner signs up for Instagram, signs up for Facebook, starts a business account. They start posting. A year later, they're still not really getting a lot of clients. They're still not growing their audience. Things are still not happening. And their first thought is, I need to figure out how to grow my audience. Very common tale. What is wrong with that picture? What is wrong with that? If you are online because you have a business, because you want to grow your business, because you want more revenue, because you want more money in, so you can buy all the things that you want, so you can have more financial security, so that you can quit your job. Why is it that we think that the one thing that we need in order to succeed online is a bigger audience? That's what we're going to be talking about here, because I know that talking about monetizing a small audience is not a sexy topic, right? It's a lot sexier to say, hey, you can become rich and famous if you grow your audience, and you can do it to 100,000 people like I did. No, I didn't. I don't even have 3,000 followers on my Instagram. I barely scratch the surface of 1,000 subscribers to my email list. But my business is a six-figure business. So what is the disconnect here? How can my business be making six figures with a small audience? And how come there are people out there who have 100,000 followers? And I'm telling you this from personal experience. I know these people. They have 100,000 followers and they're still not making enough money in their business. Why? Why is that? We are going to untap that. We're going to uncover it, unleash it, whatever the word is. We're going to talk about that today because I want you to start prioritizing that revenue rather than those followers. Let's talk about it right here. Hi, my name is Ina Coveney. I'm a marketing strategist and business coach and podcaster, and this is the Superhumans podcast, where I interview the top stories out there, the top most successful people that we know, to learn from their ideas, from their lessons, from their experiences, so that you can also become a superhuman in your own right. Now, every Tuesday, I release an episode, an interview with one of those superhumans. And every Thursday, I come in here and I teach you something so that you can actually see progress in your business and in your life. This is a space where I get to tell you all the things that I really, really want you to know. So make sure that you hit subscribe, that you hit follow, so that you don't miss another one of these episodes. And today, I'm just going to go ahead and give you the secret to monetizing a small audience. And it's not an obvious one. I wish that I knew how to grow an audience. I wish that I knew, because that's what I would be teaching, because it's a much sexier topic to talk about. It's something that people search for the most, right? I wish I had already done it so that I could teach people how. I don't know how to grow an audience. I have some idea, right? I've never actually tried to do it myself. So I feel like my ideas would work if I actually tried them, if I really gave them a fair chance. But it wouldn't be fair for me to come and tell you that I could teach you how to grow your audience, because I've never done it before. But if there's one thing that I have always done, is being able to get clients, even if my audience is tiny. But before we start going down that road, I need us to kind of get on the same page on something. And that is that you want to make money, right? Is that true? You want to grow your business online. Is that correct? And you may be thinking, well, that's a really stupid question. But the alternative here is that if you're not here to make money, it's possible that you're here for a different reason. It's possible that you're here to get the validation that you didn't get when you were a kid, right? Sorry to just go for the jugular. But many business owners get online because they want to satisfy some need for validation that they didn't have when they were growing up. And they think that if they could get a slew of adoring fans, they will fill that hole. You gotta really honestly know yourself to know if that's you. I can't tell you whether that's you or not. Only you know. But it is possible that you have been trying to grow your audience and you have been trying to get those adoring fans, and it's not happening, and it's making you very frustrated. If that's the case, I welcome you to go and check out another podcast where they talk about audience growth so you can go and scratch that itch. But if you're here because you want to make an impact with your business, and money is just a tool for you to do that, to spread the message wider, to be able to live a better life, right? If you are here because you want to make money doing something that helps people's lives, then it makes total sense for you to start prioritizing revenue versus audience growth. Now, that's a really hard concept to wrap your head around if you've always thought that the only way to make money online, the only way that you know that you have made it, is if you have a certain amount of followers. I'm here to tell you the truth. The truth is you do not need all of those followers to have a growing business, to have a great business. And the proof of this is that there are many, many companies out there that used to make millions of dollars before the internet. Yes, it is possible for companies to make money without being online. So if that is true, then it stands like as a next step. You should be able to make money regardless of the size of your audience. That's something that should happen. So what is the key to making money online even if you have a small audience? I'm going to answer that question with another question. Can you think of someone that you follow, that you have purchased services from, and they don't have a big audience? Can you think of anybody? If you've ever bought any of my courses, you know at least one. If you've never bought anything from me, that's totally fine, but you're here listening to me. Why? Why are you here? How did you get here? Have you noticed how many views this video has? Does that matter to you? Or do you want to hear what the secret is? Why do you think that I have the answer to this? And now we're starting to get somewhere. Why do you think I can help you? Why do you think that I have the answer to monetizing a small audience? And that's when we start to peel the onion that it means to be able to monetize a small audience. And it starts with credibility. You have probably seen me interview some of the biggest names out there. I just had Kate Northrup, Susie Moore. I've interviewed JLD, John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneurs on Fire. I've had Pat Flynn on my podcast. I've had Supermodel Emmy on my podcast. I've had Sean Cannell from Think Media. I have been able to interview some pretty big names that somebody with a small audience like me would have no business even being in the same room with. But the fact that I have done that, and the fact that I can tell you that I have a six-figure business in this marketing coaching world, that is building credibility. If I had 100,000 followers, that would be immediate credibility right there. But since I don't have it, there are other ways for you to step onto a stage and be able to claim your credibility. So what is it? What makes you a credible person who can help someone else? Is it your story? Is it your degrees and certifications? Is it the fact that you've accomplished something that other people want to accomplish? If you have a small audience, you're playing a credibility game. People gotta know that because you don't have the social proof, and that means other people referring you, other people following you, that there's gotta be something that says that you know what you're talking about. And it's up to you to educate people on that thing. It could be through your bio. It could be through talking about it. It could be through having a podcast or a YouTube channel, somewhere where you can talk to people and let them know all the ways that you can help them and why you're a credible source. Now, part of building that credibility is to have an online presence that speaks to that credibility. This could be a great looking website. This could be a great looking feed on Instagram. This could be a very well crafted bio, professional photos of yourself. There are so many ways for you to exude credibility, even if you have a small audience. Now, I will say, growing your audience has some great benefits. But if you haven't mastered the art of making money with the audience that you already have, those efforts might fall flat, because you're just going to end up with a whole lot of people who are following something that they don't really want to follow, they don't really relate to. So you got to really take care of these aspects first. And that's a secret that I wanted to share with you. Credibility is going to be huge. The way that your feed looks is going to really make an impact. The way that your bio is structured, the call to action you have on your bio, everything works together to capture those leads. So I'm going to leave you with this one piece of homework. I want you to go to your Instagram account and I want you to self-audit your account. So I'm going to leave you with one little piece of homework. I want you to take a look at your Instagram profile and I want you to self-audit your bio, your photo, your call to action, and the first 9 posts that people see. If you're looking at it and you're like, man, this could really be better, take a look at my account and take a look at some of the other entrepreneurs that you have purchased services from who don't have big audiences. Take a look at how they do it and try your best to take the lessons from them. Do they use a professional picture on their photo? Do they use a great call to action that maybe you don't have and it's time to start building? Do they use a specific aesthetic in their posts that you really like and that you can start to emulate and kind of make your own? That is going to be my homework for you, because if you can master looking like the credible person that you are, like the credible expert that you are, getting clients is going to become way easier for you. And I have one more thing for you. Once you finish auditing your account and really trying your best to showcase that expertise, I have one more thing for you, which is going to be your next step. And that is that I want you to start to get into the Reels game. Now, Reels are for audience growth. So it's kind of like the next step, right? It's like once you have the credibility in your feed, it's time to show people what you got. And Reels are a great way to do that. But I don't want to just leave you hanging, creating whatever Reels come to your mind. I want to leave you with something special. I had the fortune of being a member of Brock Johnson's summer content camp. Brock Johnson is the king of Reels. He is the Instagram growth expert. And I got him to audit my Reels, and he gave me a point by point critique of everything that I was doing so that I could make those changes and grow my account. Now, I think that that advice could really, really help you. So I packaged those pieces of advice into a video that you can watch where I show you the play-by-play of every tip that Brock Johnson gave me, in hopes that it also helps you. If you would like to go and get that, go to realsuperhumans.com/Brock. I'm also putting that link in the show notes. I am giving this away to you completely free. And before you ask, I did ask Brock Johnson if it was okay for me to distribute that on my own, for me to use his name and give you that advice. And he said, absolutely, go and give that to everybody. And now you have it. After you check it out, make sure to come back and tell me how it went. You can find me on Instagram at Ina Coveney, but you have to spell Coveney right. It ends in EY. The link is below anyway, so you don't have to worry about any spelling. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast, make sure to click subscribe and follow so you don't miss another amazing episode of the Superhumans podcast. And I will see you on the next one.